time here at Hogsmeade Village.
Lieutenant Dane.
Hello, Forrest.
You got new legs.
Titanium alloy.
Always wanted to do this in front of you.
Creating content that enlightens and lifts you up.
Dish, sir, dish.
Me at Splash Mountain, just pepper these in here.
Hello everyone, this is Kermit the Frog reporting live from the final showing of Muppet Vision 3D.
Right? God, I missed our daily dishes.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dish.
Hey. So, let's dish.
What do you want to dish about?
Anything you guys want. This is your time.
Welcome back, Fun Fam! And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the Dish Monday night edition with some big news that broke on Friday. And lots of announcements across the board. So we're very excited about that. Let you know how we fit into that, our little piece of the puzzle, if you will. I want to say hello to everybody that's coming in the chat. Everybody, if you are coming in, if you're live, you're watching this live, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're watching this on the replay, and you didn't want to watch the whole introduction, hopefully fast forward to this part, or you enjoy the introduction because it's entertaining. That is our hope and prayers that we have made that little intro entertaining now as we continue to evolve the show, if you will. But if you're watching this on the replay, please do comment below, replay gang, down below, and hit that like button. Let's get this out to as many people as we can. And let me say hi to everybody that's here, because I'm here for you, because you guys are here for me. I'm so grateful that you allow me to do what it is that I love to do, which is be here with you. You give me you're the gigawatts, right? You're the energy. You're the energon to my transformer, the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out of bed from my afternoon nap to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Is the greatest. Actually, another thing that is the greatest is water. Helps me out a lot. I want to say hi to everybody that I see coming in the chat. And I'll start with my beautiful wife, Virginia. Isus Tesoros is her newest channel, so if you're not subscribed there, subscribe to that channel. Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos evening. Mi amor, my love. Love you, baby. Thank you for being here. And I need to make you a mod on the channel from this account, which I have not yet done. Anyway, we'll figure that out. And yeah, as much as we'd like to figure out how to work StreamYard here. My mom's here. Kathleen Fantasy's in the house. Is this the place of Love Monday Show? Love the Monday Show. Linda F is here. That is Tom F's better half and the smarter of the two. William Schweikert says, hello all. Here we go. And Linda's saying hi back to William. Hey, all from Tom, who's backstage. He'll be out here in just a minute. Dan's Life Kingdom, keeping me up to date all day on the outage. Oh my gosh, huge outage, huge story. We'll get to it and see if I can find some resources for that one. Strings and Pucks is also here and also backstage. He says, hey all, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Electric Boogaloo. For those people that understand the breakdancing reference. I was the captain of my breakdance team in junior high school. I helped started it. Pretty sure my name was Melting Ice or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I was there. We actually won some contests. I could really break dance back in the day. I try to do that now, and I will literally just break things. So that's not good. And everyone's saying hi to each other. Cohen Shogi is in the house over on Tom's channel. I think he's watched over there. And Tom and Linda and Go. And Jeremy. Let's see. I see Jeremy there. Tom, Jeremy. My beautiful wife, Virginia. Y sus tesoros. Oh my gosh. Dan says, are you guys ready to soar across America? We will be covering that as well, Dan. And I'm trying to see if anyone new is coming in. See if I missed anybody. Need to learn more Spanish. Is there a way we can do a word of the stream? Oh, there you go. Baby, put a word in and we'll learn a new Spanish word every single stream, and then we can put them together later. I'll let my beautiful wife put the word in the chat and we'll figure it out. Going Shogi says all my Spanish is kitchen Spanish, so it's about 97% dirty words. Energy. That's right. Gotta have that energy. Oh, hey, they're back. The purple boxes are back. Good. There's my mom's here again. Oh, yeah, baby. Word of the day. My family is joining me. And Tom says he broke dance once and broke his arse. William Schweiker says, at Virginia y sus tesoros. Hola, señora, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, señores.
Señora. All right. And we got to start bringing people in. Bringing the people in. Let's see who we got. We have some other things going on here. Let's see what we got here.
Afternoon, everybody.
Tom.
Howdy.
Good evening. How art thou?
Okay, Juliet, I'm doing good.
Wherefore art thou? Deny thy father and refuse my name. Really, I will.
Just pass me the wine. I want to get over with it already.
You know, I don't know that a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Sometimes things get their names because it's part of what they should be. I don't know. Although another meaning for the word rose is just a bunch of things lined up. So, and that doesn't really necessarily smell sweet, especially if they've all been eating Taco Bell. So you never know.
It depends.
Yeah.
How good that air freshener is.
That is true. James All Day is in the house. What's up, Ron? Hey, James, enjoyed your comments on X today. Just let you know. Saw those. And it looks like somebody else might be knocking at the door.
Doc, calm down, okay? Just calm down. It's me. It's Marty.
No, it can't be you. I sent you back to the future.
Hey, Doc, that's right, but I came back again. I came back from the future. Don't you remember last night? You fainted. I brought you home.
This can't be happening. You can't be here. It doesn't make sense for you to be here. I refuse to believe that you are here.
Buddy is here. It's Jeremy from the Strings and the Pucks.
I am still
Hockey.
chuckling over that Rose joke. I got it. I thought it was fantastic.
A rose. These roses do not smell sweet.
No, especially when you set up chairs in the rest home.
Oh God!
Sort of smells like.
Why do I? You know, when I think of rest homes, I think of mothballs. But I'm not sure what my great grandparents always kept a lot of mothballs in their closets.
I have a question, Ron.
Yeah.
Why did you do that to the little moths? That's wrong.
I did nothing to the moths.
I don't feel bad for those moths. The size of those things, they're like marbles.
Well, how do you know how big those mothballs really were then, Jeremy?
Yeah, because I had a big box of them, man.
Never mind.
Those balls. But
why do they
Ron's right.
smell the
And
way
that
they
smell, you can't get away.
No, so every time I went to my great grandparents' house when I was little, and I'll never forget it. They always kept they kept the mothballs in their closets, but they kind of permeated throughout the house. Now I learned later on what to keep in my closet were cedar chips.
Yes.
So
they taste better to chew on too.
Yeah. I never chewed on them, but they do smell good. A nice cedar block or some type of cedar in the closet is a good smelling thing.
Those smell. My dad was from England, and they had all kind of moisture problems, and he just built cedar closets, and that was where we stored our clothes, winter clothes, etc. He had that common sense engineering.
Indeed. James All Day says, I was watching Valiant Renegades live stream yesterday. It was cool seeing Jeremy and Pro in the same stream. That Park Place Geeks and Gamers together is going to be amazing. I hope so. I think so. I've actually known about this for some time, so I just had to keep quiet about it. I'm very excited about it. We'll be discussing the story and my little piece of the puzzle in that later. But I know a lot of those guys. I know Jay. Hung out with Jay a little bit and hung out with the Geeks and Gamers crew a little bit last year, or at the Tom was there at the what was that, the meet and greet. Critical at Drinker was there.
The Coconut Club.
Yeah, Coconut Club. And Jeremy was there. Jay was there. I think Beardo was there, right? I don't know. A bunch of them were there. Disparu was there.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing Disparu's name correctly. But yeah, it's weird for me specifically because I still mostly think of myself as just a fan of all those guys. I've been watching Jeremy with Geeks and Gamers for years, since well before 2020, 2019, 2018. I don't know how far they go back, but and certainly Critical Drinker I've been a fan of for years, and Nerdrotic Gary. It's a, the one thing that I have experienced so far on YouTube, especially with That Park Place and the WDW Pro himself and the Pro Gang, if you will, some of the greatest people I've literally ever met in my entire life, and I'm not kidding. They are just, every single one of them has been super, super nice, very uplifting, incredibly helpful. I can't even, like, you don't know, everybody's got their personalities and ways that they want to present on video and everything. Everybody in real life, I'm just telling you, they're good people. So yeah, all of them super, super nice. Anyhow, we are going to get to some things tonight. I do want to let you know that we will be celebrating anything that we get. If we get any type of support from you guys, super chat, super thanks, super stickers, anybody becomes a member of the show, somebody throws anything down, we love to celebrate that here on the channel. Just so you know, if we are celebrating, we want you to celebrate with us. If you're a member of the channel, there's custom emojis you can throw down during our celebrations. If you're not a member of the channel, please do comment, throw that in the chat, some dance emojis, fireworks emojis, fun, any of that kind of stuff.
Guitar.
What's that?
I throw my guitars.
Throw your guitars. And what does the celebration look like? Well, it could look something a little bit like this.
Is it too much? Too much. It's a birthday.
Oh, this is just the best of my scene. Practice makes perfect. Yes, throw that in the chat. We appreciate that.
Hey, it tried to block Jeremy's celebration. It said he was spamming.
What happened?
He did too many emojis.
Do I still have something? There's a thing that's a bot that I may still have set up accidentally, which is Nightbot. I don't really mean to use it anymore, but if it's still on there, I need to unset it because I need to find my login and figure out how to control that and blah blah blah.
I went a little nuts with the fireworks, man.
Yeah. So all right, we're gonna start off the show as we always do on Monday nights by reviewing the weekend box office numbers. So guys, just get ready for this. Lowered expectations. There they are, the numbers. I hope your expectations are low. What's that?
They're so minute.
They're so minute. Tron Ares fell 67%.
Good.
To have a domestic gross of only $11 million against $180 million budget, plus extra costs for reshoots, plus marketing, plus we don't know, but probably close to $350 million at least between production and marketing costs. Looking at a break-even point somewhere between $650 and $700 million at the worldwide box office. It has not grossed that much. No change in the amount of theaters, 4,000 theaters. But when you look at the titles of the things that are in the theater right now, it's Black Phone 2, which is understandable. That's a horror movie for Halloween. I'm not a fan, so it's not something I'll go watch. Tron Ares is something I kind of want to go see in the theaters. Maybe if I have a chance and I have time on a Tuesday afternoon, I want to spend the $5. I don't really want to see it for the story. I just want to see if the special effects are any good. I've heard different things. I've heard that they are ASS, and I've heard that they are.
The effects weren't bad.
Will you go to
I might have
premium
seen this
format for
roundabout
that?
way.
I will not go to a premium format. I do not. Honestly, premium formats have just outpriced me. $25 for a movie? Come on. I'm sorry. It's just there. It's an incredibly rare occasion that I would pay for a premium format screen. I can tell you a fun experience that I had, and that was watching the Mario movie in 4DX with my family. That was worth it because so much of that movie as a game is like being in the game and on a ride, kind of.
Rainbow Road must have been awesome.
Yeah, it was super cool. Had a lot of fun with that one, but yeah, just not really. Hey, Linda, look who's in the chat. It's Just Nita. She's here. What is up, Just Nita? Good to see you.
Hi, Nita.
Good to see you. We all need Anita. Yeah, so it's just, I will tell you, does anybody else think that this is maybe the single most disappointing box office year since like pre-pandemic? I mean, yeah, when we came out of the lockdown, what's that?
Close to it.
Yeah, when we came out of the lockdown era, we didn't expect much for 2020 and 2021. Obviously, 2022, we're kind of just getting back into it. But then by 2023 and then last year, 2024, things should have actually been building up to better movies. And we're getting just worse and worse and worse. What is One Battle After Another? That's a Warner Brothers movie. Is that the Leonardo DiCaprio
movie?
I will not go see that.
That's the Antifa movie, DiCaprio.
Oh no thanks. And it's 43% drop, took it down to only 3.8 million. Wow. What happened to Leonardo DiCaprio's Titanic days, right? Then you got a movie
in the water. His brain.
I guess the door just wasn't big enough for his career there, Ron.
I guess. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie.
That's awesome.
I've heard good things, and it's up to 131 million.
Good movie to watch.
As it's the highest thing on the chart that I'm seeing, not from this last weekend, but overall, outside of The Conjuring Last Rites from Warner Brothers. But The Conjuring has a fan following, so I kind of understand that. And I'm not one of those fans, by the way. Again, I'm just not really much up on any of like horror movies. It's not really my thing. Bad Guys 2 still in movie theaters, 82 million so far.
Really? That's impressive. What's the hold on that? Like 3 months?
It's been a while. And my son loved it. Great movie, so fun. Both Bad Guys movies are really fun. Oh, The Fantastic Four is still in movie theaters. It has a whopping 274 million domestic. Yeah, I don't know where, but some dollar theaters. There's a movie on here that I can't even say the name of. How is that even titled that way? Anyway, the weekend box office, and it yeah. Wait, just Nita, which movie was that? Tron? Is that the one you were talking about?
No, I think she was talking about the one with the DiCaprio.
Oh, the DiCaprio. Hard to say his name without mentioning like your head flying off. Sorry,
okay, Weapons is still there.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's the numbers, and the numbers they continue to disappoint. I can't imagine any of the studios are super happy. Disney in particular, though, 7 flops. 7 out of Disney. 7 flops. Captain America.
I still can't believe that was all this year. Can you run through them real quick? Just because I forget like Elio exists.
Okay, so Captain America: Brave New World, right? Flopped. Snow White flopped. Big time flopped. Cost the studio $350 million.
Twice. They tried to re-release it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It flopped twice. Like a dead fish after you pull it back out of the water. Then Thunderbolts flopped. Let's see. Oh, thank you, William. I appreciate that. Well, brother, I hope.
At least he's saying we're better than Tron and Ares.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't know if that's an insult or a good thing.
Elio is 4.
Yeah.
I know there's more. I'm probably going to miss something. Elio's 4, and Fantastic Four. First Steps is 5. It flopped. Tron Ares looks like it's flopped is 6. But which movie am I missing that flopped? There's another one out there that did okay, Lilo and Stitch. But there's another movie out there that I missed.
Deadpool and Wolverine did okay, but all those problems.
That was a year ago.
That was a year ago.
And that was
yeah, they've been wiped out, man. And plus, I think Ryan Reynolds got some of that. I'm not sure how much that was all Disney or not, but wow, yeah. Remember the movie Lucky Number 11? I don't remember what that was about. I just remember it was a title.
Wasn't that a horror movie? I think.
No, it was an action movie. I thought it was an action movie.
I don't know. All I can tell you is that there are a couple things that are 3 potential box office savers this year. Zootopia 2 would be one. Avatar, Fire and Ash. Maybe another. And then the Wiz follow up. What's it called? The Wizard.
Oh,
the Wizard of Oz. Wicked for good. Wicked for good. Yeah. So, which actually,
friggin' name.
It's funny if you think about it, Tom. It could be the name of a documentary about Hollywood. Wicked for good. Because Hollywood is pretty much wicked for good. So yeah. I think that's where we are at. I have a whole bunch of stories to Five Nights at Freddy's releasing in December. Bad marketing. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know how it's going to do in December, but maybe it'll.
Should have came out now.
Yeah,
I do not get why it's not out. I would have gone to the theater to see it in October. I loved the first one. Makes me want to eat people.
Makes you want to eat people. What?
Yeah, like Alive, kind of same thing.
Oh, okay.
Make them into pizza.
Dude, I know you're on a diet, but seriously, you can get fiber another way.
I get fiber from celery because celery, it burns more calories to eat than it contains.
See, it's nothing but a punishment all the way around.
No, I love celery. Celery tastes great when you dip it in peanut butter.
Celery is good for is to sop up
it's a great chaser for
sauce,
buffalo wings.
The wing sauce, when you have a whole bunch of buffalo sauce, that's really good. That's about it, man.
No, I'm weird though. I've actually kind of always liked celery, so
I'm not going to deny that, Ron.
I like celery. There's 2 peanut butter snacks that I've always liked that are somewhat healthy, and that's apples and peanut butter and celery and peanut butter.
Did you do ants on a log as a kid?
What's that?
We call it ants on a log. You do celery on peanut butter.
Oh yeah. With the raisins, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had it. I'm not a big raisin fan, but I like cranberries better. Dry cranberries. What do they call them?
Like the raisins singing to you? Come on. Man.
What's I heard it through the grapevine. They're grown in the California sunshine. Oh boy, those. Those.
Is amazing.
Oh my gosh, that takes me back. I have such nostalgia for all the good content that we used to get when there was a lot less content. Why is there so much more content now, but it's so much more crud?
Oversaturation.
I get more out of watching documentaries that send me to sleep than I do most things that are put out at the box office. Soups and Chinese dishes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed. Claymation Christmas. We should do that. That'd be fun. I haven't done a watch along really.
I'm sure you could do it.
Let's see if we can move on to news. It's not exactly breaking, but we're gonna put it in breaking. Here it is out of a very different place, out of geeksandgamers.com. Here it is, the story of the day by Jonas J. Campbell. That There's the website, geeksandgamers.com. If you want to read the whole thing, go, you can. And by the way, the same story is posted at thatparkplace.com. But I just want to go over the story as as Jonas wrote it.
Jameson, were you going to say? Come on.
Thanks. J. Jonah Jameson. No, Jonas J.
John
Campbell.
Jacob.
Jingleheimer Smith. His name is my name too. Okay, let's try and go over this. Okay.
We can try.
Here it is. Geeks and Gamers. That Park Place and Geeks and Gamers are combining. And what does this mean? It means we're teaming up. That Park Place is teaming up. That Park Place is proud to announce on Geeks and Gamers we're joining forces to bring you even more news and coverage with a heavy dose of 199 thrown in. A brief history of That Park Place. That Park Place was founded in 2021 to cover theme park news, travel, and entertainment, and be the home of Scooper WDW Pro. As the largest and most powerful media companies on the planet lost their collective minds, the mission of That Park Place to cover all the news that should be fun quickly became embroiled in the culture war. Scoops and analysis from WDW Pro were cited by Breitbart, The Daily Wire, Dr. Jordan Peterson, Tim Pool, and many more. At the prodding of our good friend Valiant Renegade, we added YouTube to the mix, and we're proud to say that our largest channel recently hit 200,000 subscribers in just a few years. As the site grew, we collaborated with more creators, writers, and journalists. Hey, that'd be me. I'm one of those people. Like our now editor-in-chief, Marvin Montanaro. Marvin is a written word content production powerhouse, finding himself cited by not only some of the sources referenced above, but also Forbes and even the White House. No joke. That is true. I saw that one. That Park Place and Geeks and Gamers. When we started talking about a collaboration in late 2024 and early 2025, everyone involved knew that if this worked, it would be huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the best thing ever. Geeks and Gamers, That Park Place, huge. At times, we had to stop ourselves from talking about what this will end up being and focus on what we have in front of us today. The Geeks and Gamers website relaunch. The entire team here is dedicated to bringing the 199 community and beyond the go-to hub for entertainment, pop culture, sports, and gaming. We've got stiff competition in that arena from the IGNs, the Polygons, and the Screen Rants, who work hand in hand with the big entertainment companies to tell you what to want. That is not how it is going to go on Geeks and Gamers. And unfortunately for them, that stiff competition might also have rigor mortis. All right, so what is changing? As you can see, if you're a longtime Geeks and Gamers reader, the site has a complete redesign. It looks pretty cool. Forums are still there, still working on ways to make them even better in the next short while. Ryan Kinnell stole an awesome idea that we can't wait to show you. That Park Place is sending over some members of our team that love to cover all the news that should be fun. But now we get to branch out into all those topics that don't quite fit in a website that was supposed to be covering just theme parks and Disney films. As Jeremy told all the 199 local supporters yesterday, we're also going to be covering the things that happen in our corner of the internet when AZ drops an epic rant. And the old media shills want to put their spin on it. Geeks and Gamers now has the resources to respond with what actually happened. When Critical Drinker drops a video, when Ripaverse has a new campaign, whenever Jay and X-Wing finally release Daughter's Revenge, we'll be covering it alongside the old media. And yes, we will be covering new and upcoming names in the space as we can. There's also this partnership with Criticless, and I don't think I should be spilling the beans or the tea if you prefer on that one just yet. But if half the things I've heard are true, it's going to be epic. And just to let you know what's not changing, Geeks and Gamers is not about to become That Park Place. That Park Place is going to continue to be the main home of WDW Pro. Although you might slip over here on occasion and drop an article or two. Our inside sources and business analysis are going to be working at full strength over there. Although we will be covering some of the same topics on both sites, Geeks and Gamers will continue to have that distinct voice, you know, as members of the 199. All right, so just letting you guys know, Geeks and Gamers is not That Park Place, and That Park Place is not Geeks and Gamers. This is like a like a teamed partnership. It's not a conglomeration. Exactly. It's not that. They're not becoming one entity or anything like that. Geeks and Gamers is one thing. That Park Place is another thing, but so they'll be doing some resource sharing, and some articles will be shared from place to place. So that kind of thing. As far as my part, just to let you guys know, I am a writer for thatparkplace.com. You'll see a lot of my stories over there. And if I am ever asked to do anything for Geeks and Gamers, I am more than happy to do it. That is all that I can say for now, because actually that's all I know for now. So yeah. I don't have any other inside scoop other than that. But I'm very interested in what this possibly means going forward. What do you guys think, Tom or Jeremy? Either one of you can pop in on this.
I think it's going to be a full bunch of surprises coming.
There could be. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. I think it's going to be
in a good way.
Yeah, exactly, William. It's not a merger. It's a combination of available resources we'll be sharing with each other. And it's going to be very, very helpful to both of us. Basically, this is a situation where the rising tide lifts all ships. So, and Go and Shogi says really smart, adds multiple reporters on multiple fronts. There was already a lot of overlap. Smart to combine resources. Look, these are good people. I have not really had any conversations with Jeremy, who owns Geeks and Gamers. I've had lots of conversations with Jay, Drunk 3PO, hung out with him in the parks and stuff like that. And as far as the rest of the crew, I've met some of them. And look, there's a corner of YouTube that, like, the one thing about that Park Place, and you're going to know this, you're going to kind of realize this, is that Park Place is, and along with WDW Pro, T3PO, my channel as well, we keep things very clean. For example, Tom has to refrain from saying everything that he might want to say.
No, that's not true. I'm not that bad.
You little mother.
Listen, I'll be nice. I can say that you should go back to the room and go take the ruler to your own hands on what you just said. And no, but just modding a channel like Pro Show, which I do, mod Park Place, it comes with its own challenges. Every creator has their different rules.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and there's Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, Drunk 3PO, Ryan Kinnell. Can't even think of all the names. But they all they're great at what they do. They've been around for a long time. I am learning from all of them because I am literally like an infant in this game when it comes to all this stuff. I set out with my channel. Funny thing is, I think I got a notification from YouTube that my channel is 7 years old.
A day past 2.
I know it's because I haven't been doing the channel, but for more than 2 years. So 7 years ago, I didn't like launch the channel as a channel 7 years ago. The idea was that I was going to delve into YouTube and see what it was all about. I don't know when I posted my first video, but Follow the Bradley's Fun was really just going to be kind of a pixie dust type channel, really just going out and showing. I think the first video I had was from SeaWorld, not Disney. But the plan was always to show parks and stuff and local Florida stuff, and we will continue to do that. But there's a very good chance that I will diversify my own channel set eventually. I just feel like I don't quite have enough subscribers to really do that yet. And that's why I have a playlist on the channel where my playlists are very much divided up into, this is our family vlog content. And then this is the news and commentary content. Both contents are on the same channel right here for now, but eventually those two things will probably divide up. And I'm not sure Whether this channel will change, if this channel stays being like where the dish is, the name of the channel here is probably going to change, and the new channel would probably be called Follow the Bradley's Fun. But I don't know. Ron, in case you didn't know, advertisement event creators now have advertising. Well, shoot. I will look at my settings, William. I appreciate that. Once I start the show, there's nothing I can do. I've been meaning to ask Vash Sky about that and figure out exactly how to do the settings so advertisements are not popping up left and right. I apologize for that, but yeah, I will. I will check those settings when I have the opportunity to. I just can't do it during the show, unfortunately. Jeremy, what do you think of the whole Geeks and Gamers That Park Place mashup thing?
I love it because they're kind of like the adults table, in such a similar format. I feel like whenever I'm on a panel with Pro or watch you guys, the relationships and the passion just mesh so much. There's just, it's a little edgier over at G&G. I've watched Sunday Afternoon Tea with Az and the guys, but at the core of it, just like you love the glory days of Disney and the glory days of the parks, and that was kind of Pro's premise of the glory days of Disney. That crew is so passionate about the comics and the video games and kind of that core we grew up in the 90s where everything just felt perfect. The movies were amazing. The comics were amazing. Everything was just exploding. And then it got derailed, and they really they go to these movies hoping they'll be better. Disappointed, but hoping.
Look, nobody wants to go to a movie. Nobody hopes for a movie to fail. Nobody hopes for anything in pop culture to fail. Nobody hopes for a theme park ride to fail. Nobody hopes for a theme park land to fail. We don't want that. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, to me, is so disappointing because every time I step into it, I see the potential for what it could have been, because they did a good job on what it is, but what it is feels like Star Wars fan fiction. And I have issues with that. It was supposed to be Tatooine. It was supposed. Right? My understanding is that it was supposed to be Tatooine. Look, when you're in the queue for Star Tours, you're outside. You're on Endor, and you've got a big AT-AT right there, and there's a Jedi stage that's no longer used, unfortunately. And there's a lot of things at Hollywood Studios that. Go and show he's like, I don't know, Galaxy's Edge is bad enough for me. I want Star Wars to fail. I would like it to fail in the sense that the people that are in charge of it would realize that it's failing and change it. Mark Hamill. That I get. Nothing you can do to change him, but you can reenact him with all AI, and then it doesn't matter.
You almost want them to get to the point where the adults have to come back in their room and fix it. Like someone breaks the toy, and whoever the creative adult is, Nelson Peltz, or whomever, comes back.
You wouldn't want me to be that creative adult. I'd throw it all in the garbage and start over.
I would just love to see it fixed. It needs to be fixed, started over. I don't know.
It needs to be flushed and reset.
They're redoing the original.
I think they could do that. I think they could redo the original. I think they should start. I don't know exactly how you do it, but you could recast everything and start from the beginning. We've got, the older people. Carrie Fisher's unfortunately no longer with us. Hamill and Ford are both up there in age. Ford anything Ford does now, it feels like he doesn't want to be there. Like for me, when he was doing the Red Hulk, it's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I mean, and he even basically says that in his interviews when he's doing press tours. Yeah, you know, I showed up for the paycheck. Thanks.
Who shot first? You or Greedo? I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah.
I would have said, I don't remember the script.
This is a very unfortunate statement here. Disney has so far gone. Whoever starts preparing it couldn't do it in one tenure. Yeah, it's going to be really, really hard. It's really, really hard. However, I have a ton of Disney news to get to, which I'm not going to get to all of it in this show by any means. But I do want to cover a few Disney stories tonight. So yeah,
Okay,
William says you might be out when you see this first story, Tom. You might have a couple things to say about it. William says, I don't necessarily want Star Wars to fail. I do want Iger to replace KK and replace her with someone that understands what Star Wars is and make Star Wars that is in keeping with the George Lucas vision. Well, who is that going to be? Because we know it's not Dave Filoni anymore. Jon Favreau would be great, and I don't think he wants to do it. So, a reboot of Star Wars. Now. Oh god. Zenair says a reboot of Star Wars will never capture the magic that Lucas caught. That's probably true. And Jeremy says, yep, first movie especially was a passion project. His ex basically made sure that Darth Vader wasn't killed. Yeah. Didn't she edit the movie?
Yes. So they were in the editing room and she said, you're about to kill the greatest villain in the universe. So she convinced him to take footage of Darth Vader and the TIE fighter and just spin it like a record and just voiced over. Because originally Vader was supposed to have been destroyed. It was a full movie start to finish when they destroyed the Empire. And his ex made that decision, and it sounds like
so that's who needs to run Star Wars. George Lucas's ex-wife. She needs to come in and run Star Wars.
And no one talks about it. She gets no credit.
I don't even know, James, how much associated he is with Disney right now. But you know what I need to figure out how to do? Because Pro does it really well. He's got endings to these stories where he just pushes a button and ends it. I don't have that yet. So I got to figure that one out. Anyhow, I do have, though, a beginning to my next story. And it goes like this.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way. Yes, I can do that. Oh, well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
The bad news in a good way. Well, I don't know if there's a really good way to make this the news that should be fun. Bibbidi Bobbidi switches to gender-neutral costumes after controversies by Ronnie Bradley out of thatparkplace.com. This is a good example of the writing that I do for thatparkplace.com. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. There it is. This picture is a picture that I took of the cast member who was there in that. Cast member is in a role that was formerly known as a fairy godmother in training. Does that look like the outfit of a fairy godmother in training, or does that look like the outfit of perhaps a railroad conductor? I don't know. I compared it to like a construction worker. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Magic Kingdom has recently undergone a wave of changes, not just to its prices and packages, but to the overall experience and even the costumes worn by cast members. This once beloved princess makeover destination has long delivered magical transformations from young girls dreaming of becoming Disney princesses, as well as for boys hoping to become valiant knights or princes. They can't become kings because we had a No King's Day, so that'll never happen. But they perhaps could become princes. Many fans now feel that Disney's latest updates have dulled the sparkle of this iconic experience. It could also be Disney's answer to a recent controversy surrounding the once iconic park destination that exploded on the internet. All right, so here's some of the changes. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. The offerings happen. Let's go down a little bit because we're going to talk about this. The costume change that sparks questions. One of the most noticeable changes is the look of the fairy godmother apprentices that were formerly known as fairy godmothers in training. Their costumes once featured whimsical blue and purple gowns that matched the fairy tale theming of Cinderella Castle. Now apprentices wear simple, unthemed attire. White button-down shirt, light blue vest, blue pants. There you can see what the cast member looks like in that outfit. Yeah. And yeah. Many guests have criticized the new look as bland, unmagical, lacking the enchanting flair that once defined the experience. Disney has not, and this is important, Disney has not publicly explained the change, but some speculate it may stem from the controversy from Disneyland in 2023. Disney's Bibbidi Bobbidi controversy. In August 2023, an ex-user posted a photo of a male cast member with facial hair dressed as the fairy godmother apprentice at the Disneyland boutique. AKA says in this post on X, Disney has bearded men in dresses working at the park now. Yeah, there is the initial post. And you can see the dude with the mustache wearing a dress. That post went viral, receiving more than 1 million views. Supporters praised Disney for its inclusion efforts, but many criticized the company for exposing the children to what they saw as confusing messaging. Look at this guy wearing, and that was the outfit, and the only outfit available for the workers at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, because the workers were supposed to be female because they were supposed to be fairy godmothers in training.
If
that doesn't
was
even
there when I bought my granddaughter there, none of you'd be seeing me right now.
Yeah. This is wow. Yeah, I don't think he looks like a, well, I don't know. Some might say he looks like a fairy godmother, but
if it was the cafeteria, you could get by with
it.
I wouldn't. No.
Lunch lady.
I wouldn't. No. My granddaughter would have been hiding behind me, going, "What's up with that?"
Whether connected or not, Disney quietly updated the costume guidelines recently, and the new Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique costumes appeared gender neutral, perhaps in an effort to reduce controversy over cast member presentation. We don't know. There's some other things. Boy, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo Boo. With higher prices for your package options, simplified costumes, 2 locations still closed. Yes, it's true. So the only location currently open at Disney World is at the Magic Kingdom, where they used to be 3 locations, and it seems like since 2023 the whole experience has become a lot less popular, but I can't figure out exactly why. I just know that on July 4th it was available for walk-up service. Typically they like to say that reservations are recommended, but yeah, not much anymore. Now they have a lot of walk-up service available on a lot of days. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's because of the controversy? Do you think it's because of something else? Why do you think they changed the costumes?
Well, didn't they do the same with Haunted Mansion? I'd thrown that in the chat, but I think you had said the performers modified their dress to where the women go wearing slacks, etc.
They could, but here's the thing. As I was walking around the park, and let me show you what the experience used to look like. Okay, so there's a picture of the fairy godmothers in training inside the castle and what the boutique is designed to look like, right? So you see all the fairy godmothers in training. They're supposed to look like their outfits are supposed to mimic the fairy godmother of Cinderella. And they're in training, showing how they can do these makeovers, right? And it's just the fact that they have dumbed this down, possibly to allow a lot of male cast members to participate in this. I don't know. That's really the only word that I can think of is creepy. It's creepy to me. Anybody else think that it's creepy?
Yes.
It's far
This
beyond
is the only
driven.
company that can spend billions to buy the most popular boys' property on earth and destroy it to make it for girls, then take the most popular girls' IP in history and try to make it better for boys, thereby ruining both Star Wars and princesses.
Oh,
What a bunch of
absolutely.
So, Jeremy, what they're going to come out with next is Star Princess, the fight to wear equal clothing.
Yeah. The good thing is, no matter how bad it is, no one will see it.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons I think Disney has had the flops they've had this year is because I think a lot people are choosing to put their money in other places. Disney cannot command your money. Disney cannot steal from you. They are a business.
And they do every time you go to park.
Well, but what I'm saying is you can choose not to. A lot of people, I think a lot of people are choosing less Disney these days. So go and Shogi. Oh gosh, I gotta pull this out. This is so fun. When you make a reservation for $5, thank you, Go and Shogi, for the support. I'm working on something for you, specific celebration. So that should be fun when I get it ready. When you make a reservation, do you have to request someone of the beardless variety? I would. I would 100%. If I was taking my daughter, granddaughter, niece, whatever there to have a makeover, I would be like, what is my assurity that the person working on my, doing the makeover is going to be a female person biologically and every other way, not female presenting, not a male, not a bearded dude in a dress. Not, like I would literally ask, I would say, look, I'm going to walk out of there if it happens to be a dude doing this.
It's Friar Tuck.
Yeah. Friar Tuck. Let's celebrate. Go and Shogi with Super Chat. Thank you very much. You guys ready to celebrate in the chat? I saw this one up here. I thought this comment was also very poignant by our good friend William. Yeah, so with the price at the parks increasing, less attractions, more construction walls, alcohol being served everywhere, bearded fairy godmothers, what Walt Disney is going to go Freddy Krueger and Juan Tiger. I kind of wish that would happen.
We should make that movie.
Can we make it where it involves Winnie the Pooh and perhaps what was the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie?
Oh, Steamboat Willie.
We got to take the Disney characters that they took away, like Brer Rabbit.
Yeah,
come back possessed by Walt.
Yeah.
Whenever
Chucky,
Walt's face becomes public domain.
Well, we don't need to use Walt's face.
Five nights at Disney.
3 days at Disney because the nights are too expensive.
Yeah.
Problem is, you can't have an animatronic murderer at Disney because it'll just.
That's
right.
right.
That's why it has to be a cartoon, dude. The animatronic is stuck.
That's funny, man.
Has to be a cartoon like Roger Rabbit or somebody running around,
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, how about a little bit of potentially a better story? Maybe, we hope, if it's done right.
I hope so.
Could it possibly be? Let's check our. This was breaking news today, so I think we can get the right graphic for it. Here we go. Out of thatparkplace.com by editor-in-chief, the great Marvin Montanaro. Disney announces soaring across America for Disneyland and Epcot in 2026. This was announced earlier today. Yeah.
Well,
and I don't know if I'm even allowed to play the thing. I don't know. Let me check on. See, I have to be very careful to see if I can bring up X. But if I can bring up X, I might actually be able to play the announcement out of Disney Parks, because they use Patrick Warburton again. For those of you that are familiar with this attraction, it started as Soarin' Over California, but it wasn't called that. It started in California Adventure, so it didn't need to be called that, and it was just called Soarin'. And then it would when they brought it over to Epcot, then it was called Soarin' Over California, because they needed to distinguish it from where it was, since it was at Epcot and not in California. And then they redid it again a few years ago, and then it became Soarin'. Soarin'. Oh, I think is it Soarin' Across the World, Soarin' Around the World? Do you remember what it's called, Tom?
No, I don't.
I think it's Soarin'. I think it's Soarin' Around the World. Anyway, here is the post. Let me see if I can put this up. I have to do it. I got to take this out because in order to bring up the sound. Let me see here. Okay, do this. We're going to remove it, and then we got to get it out. All right, let's try this. And we're going to share the tab audio. And I'll put this on the screen. Okay. I can't see this at all. All right, you guys can't hear that right now, right? Is that correct?
Nope.
No audio. Okay. That is yeah, that is actually as it should be. We're going to shrink this down a little bit, and I think it's probably because I have it muted over here.
Of course.
All right, so let me throw this up here. And this was how it was announced on X today.
Hello, I'm Patrick, your chief flight attendant. Soon, as you sail through our spacious skies, you may see amber waves of grain, purple mountain majesties. That's right, we're going to be soaring across America. What better way to celebrate the country's semi-quincentennial than with a limited-time sea to shining sea itinerary? America's packed a lot into her 250 years, so you'll want to pack a lot of party favors into your rollerboard. This includes Betsy Ross flags, hot dogs, apple pies, bald eagles, bunting, pocket constitutions, powdered wigs, and of course, these little beauties. Nice work, pal. Happy 250th, America.
Wait, did they actually use a real American flag this time?
They might have. All right, let's pause that. And there we go. Yeah. So that was the announcement. Dan says that's why he went to Epcot today. Also, Dan's Live at the Kingdom member for 6 months. I think you remember longer than that, but I am going to celebrate it anyway. And I'm just going to give you just a moment of celebrating, since we're talking about America. Don't be offended in the audience if you're watching this. This is just for fun. We're just gonna play a little snippet of this one. Oh, yeah. Celebrating Dan's life at the Kingdom. Nice work, pal. The funny thing is, I remember when I was watching that earlier on X, I was like, hey, we have those ears. So I don't know where they are. I don't know where those, yeah. I don't know where the ear, is that the ears over there? That might be the ear bag, but yeah, we happen to have that particular set of ears. Let's get the story on the screen. Get that in there. Boop, star. Yeah, so Disney announces Soarin' Across America. Disney has officially announced Soarin' Across America, a brand new version of its Soarin' attraction coming to both Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World in the summer of 2026. The new experience will replace the current Soarin' Around the World film at Disney California Adventure and Epcot's The Land Pavilion, marking a return to the skies with an all-new flight across the United States. The announcement was made through the official Disney Parks blog, accompanied by details from Walt Disney Imagineering about the project's scope and connection to America's upcoming semi-sesquicentennial anniversary celebration. I think that's what it's called, the semi-sesquicentennial, which is really hard to say. Bicentennial was so much easier. But that was 50 years ago. How has it been 50 years since the bicentennial? I am just flying through life.
You know,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not going to go there with the age thing because we're about the same age. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It just happened, man. Woof. Soaring across your lifetime. Soaring Across America will invite guests to take flight over some of the most iconic natural and man-made landmarks in the nation. According to Disney, the film will showcase more than a dozen breathtaking U.S. locations, seamlessly stitched together into one cinematic journey that celebrates the beauty and diversity of the country. So what they're going to do probably is just a flyover of all the No King's Day rallies.
I was thinking they were going to go back to the Summer of Love and show things burning.
Yeah, right. I highly doubt they'll do that. I did see that it looked like they were filming. I think I saw something where they were filming the Everglades in Florida. So I don't know.
You know, the normal stuff anymore because the rivers of America are gone. So
yeah, you can't do the rivers of America anymore. They are out the door. Jeremy, what would you want to see them fly over in if they were doing Soaring Across America?
So the greatest experience I had, I took a train from Michigan to Oakland, California. And the only part of that was really amazing was going by the Grand Canyon where you felt like you were kind of immersed in that. It's still that and some of the places in New Mexico are just like another planet. And I'd love to see, I don't know how you fly it, but I'd love to see it. Where'd I go?
Did we lose Ron?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I did something wrong.
No, you're here, man. You're live.
All right, yeah. So
Or you remember
the Grand Canyon and Mount Rushmore were probably the coolest things I saw that I'd like to see a flyover of.
Yeah, it is sad that they are doing this while they are destroying literally the rivers of America. Flyover Area 51 would be interesting. Flyover Mount Rushmore. Now I highly doubt they'll do Mount Rushmore as much as they should do it. It's one of the most American icons ever. And if Disney did it, I'm sure they would feel like they were creating some type of controversy. The Stories Matters group would be involved. I want to see the St. Louis Arch because I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, come on.
Actually,
I'm not going to say
I
anything. I don't want to see anything from New Jersey because it always smells there. So,
yeah, I want to see the pollution in New Jersey from an airplane.
The reason why I think St. Louis Arch is so iconic is because of the part of history that it represents, which basically is the opening to the frontier. I'm surprised there never was any kind of a St. Louis Arch somewhere at Disney World, because that represents opening to the frontier land, but it doesn't fit right with the time period on the one hand, but on the other hand, it is the gateway to the West, if you will. Oh yeah, the American Bicentennial. Jimmy Carter was president, and we had long lines to gas pumps. Yeah, that part of it definitely sucked. But I would too young to really remember. It was the following year, 1977 was the first year that I actually went to Disney because during the bicentennial for the majority of the year, I was 4 years old. I still remember it though, which is weird. And then after
that means you haven't had enough to drink, Ron.
I don't think
ever.
No.
I think I just broke Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy's broken. He'll be back. He will be back, I hope. For Disney, I wish upon a star that story matters. When you wish up. Why? I'm Jiminy Cricket, and I want to know, what do you wish? Well, Jiminy, I wish that the Stories Matter group would go away because they really take away from the things that matter in our stories. True that they do. Yeah, the Grand Canyon, Statue of Liberty. I hope that they include Arches National Park and Delicate Arch. That would be kind of cool. You gotta have some beaches. Yes, bending the statue. They don't bend. The Eiffel Tower doesn't bend that much anymore. You could technically have how many Eiffel Towers are in the United States? There's one in Vegas, but I think there's a couple others in different places, aren't there?
I'm not 100% sure. I've never really paid attention to that.
I know there's one in Vegas, and I've been to the top of the one in Vegas, the Eiffel Tower there. It's very short compared to the Eiffel Tower.
Did you yell out FTF?
No, what's that mean? What am I supposed to yell out? FTF?
I'm not going to say it on your stream.
Friday night fights. No, that's not it. It's probably something else.
No.
Yes, the bending of the Statue of Liberty. I'm sure you got to include the Statue of Liberty. I think they should have the Statue of Liberty in Metropolis with Superman flying by. Newhouse Bruce.
I'd love if somehow they went over and actually showed Dollywood or Universal. That'd be comical.
Oh, that would be amazing. They won't do it. It would be. They could show. God, I wonder how they would do Yellowstone. I'm sure they'll have Yellowstone. You got to have like the iconic geyser Yellowstone in there. Plus, they are doing a version of Yellowstone with Piston Peak. Aren't there two Statues of Liberty, one in New York and one in Vegas? There's a Statue of Liberty in Vegas that is part of New York, but it's really small. It's not like
small.
You can go up
real. Yeah.
What's really funny about the arch is that it is 630 feet tall. Well, I'm sorry. I'm reading this from William. This is really funny. With all your different jobs, I'd be surprised if you weren't a builder of the Eiffel Tower in Vegas. No, I was definitely not a builder of the Eiffel Tower in Vegas. I did work at the top of the Stratosphere in Las Vegas with a nice view of the Eiffel Tower out the window
I thought you
there.
jumped off of that.
I did
tower
not
in
bungee.
Vegas.
I never bungee jumped off of that. When I bungee jumped, it was at Liberty Land in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've only done it one time in my entire life. It was a blast. I have it on videotape. I was 20 years old, I think, but it was fun. It was fun. It was actually from a crane. That's how they had that bungee jump set up on a crane. So, about 200 feet though. It was pretty cool. The thing that I like, so when it comes to that kind of stunt stuff, I enjoyed skydiving, but not the part that most skydivers enjoy, which is the free fall. I actually enjoy being under the parachute more than the free fall. So I think that I would enjoy whatever that thing is called, where you have the parachute up already and you jump off a cliff.
Paragliding,
yeah. I think I like paragliding. I've done that from the back of a boat too, like running along.
parasailing, yeah.
Parasailing, paragliding, yeah. And
If
and
I
then,
did that, my luck, a shark would jump up and bite me.
yeah. Well, I was in Mexico, so it definitely could have happened. I did that in Acapulco, and when I was 19 years old, a long time ago. And then the other thing that I like is where you like the iFly thing, where you go into the wind tunnel and you get blown up by the wind. That's pretty fun. So yeah, the Empire State Building. Well, they'll probably just do a flyover of New York and LA. It would be great if they showed LA when it was getting blown up by the aliens in 1996, Independence Day. Thought he was going to say, no, I've never done base jumping. I would love to do base jumping if I was younger. That was when I was into that stuff in my 20s. I would have done all of that stuff. But now that I'm older and I have a family and people that may depend on me, so probably not so much now, but it was a blast back then. Either of you guys ever get into that like danger type stuff?
Yeah, I just won't get into it right now.
That's because Tom fought across the battle lines. Can't go. He could tell us, but then he'd have to off all of us.
No. I just nope.
Yeah. So my mom, when we went to Acapulco,
Newhouse Bruce.
What did Newhouse Bruce say about the climax? Yeah. So my mom and I went parasailing both at Acapulco, and when she went, the boat took off before she was ready. And this was the kind where you have to run along the beach as the parachute picks you up. And the boat, she wasn't ready. And the boat went, and we're in Mexico. So she's trying to say stop in English, and they don't know because she's not shouting alto. And they dragged her along the beach. And she cut her foot open. Ooh, so she was very much worried about a shark coming up. Yeah, that was not good.
The great outdoors.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Can't rely on Will Smith to save us this time. 1996 Will Smith. Oh my gosh, yeah. No. That's a whole different version of Will Smith for sure. But yeah, that's what's going on at the at Soarin'. It'll be Soarin' Over America. By the way, it is temporary. It's not going to be a permanent change. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we need to Disney says each filming location was meticulously scouted and planned. Creative team describes the project as a love letter to the American landscape, designed to transition fluidly between coastal beaches, mountain peaks, sprawling plains, and bustling city skylines. So, yeah. But again, no specific locations confirmed, and it will be it will be limited. So here's
AI. Let's just call
well,
it.
There's a ton of CGI in the current Soarin'.
Oh yeah,
there are entire scenes that are nothing but CGI in the current Soarin' over America, like the India scene where they go to the Taj Mahal. Everything in the Taj Mahal scene is completely. They weren't allowed to film at the Taj Mahal, so they had to create it with the AI or with CGI because it was pre-AI. How do we get this up on this? Why is my thing not working the right way? Wow. There we go. That's what I wanted. Couldn't get that. Couldn't see it. All right. So, is it permanent or is it for a limited time? A point of confusion emerging from the announcement concerns whether Soarin' across America is a permanent replacement or a limited time offering. The official Disney Parks blog makes no mention of a time limit, presenting the attraction as a full nationwide celebration. However, in the accompanying announcement video, actor Patrick Warburton refers to the new version as a limited time Sea to Shining Sea itinerary. That is Patrick Warburton. The single phrase sparked debate among Disney fans. Some interpret it as a confirmation the new film is a temporary overlay tied to America's 250th anniversary, while others believe the limited time line was simply promotional language rather than a definitive statement of duration. But historically, Disney has alternated between temporary and permanent Soarin' updates. For example, Soarin' over California returned to both coasts in recent years as a limited engagement before reverting to Soarin' around the world. Given the large-scale filming effort and dual park rollout for Soarin' across America, it's possible that Disney intends this to be the next long-term version, but the company has stopped short of making that explicit. My guess, if I have to guess what's going to happen to it, is they're not going to want to keep it as Soarin' over America, at least at Epcot, maybe in California. I don't know. Now that they'll have 3 versions of it, they can just switch them around as they want. But the reason Soarin' around the world works so well at Epcot is because Epcot is the place where you go around the world and visit different countries, and you have representations of those countries in the film. So, especially like Paris and France and stuff. What do you think they'll do, Tom? You think they'll keep it all the time, or does it really?
Nah, they'll rotate it.
They'll rotate it. I think they'll rotate it out just because since it's about America and Disney is not exactly.
They're going to rotate it out after the year.
Yeah. Think so, Jeremy? Rotate it out?
I honestly think it's going to be such a disappointment that they'll yank it. They're not putting money into this. They're not putting money into anything.
Oh, that's a good point. So yeah, if it's disappointing, then it might last. I don't know when it's supposed to start. I had heard that they were starting it this Veterans Day, and then it's actually going to end July 5th of next year or something like that. I don't know where I saw that, but I feel like I saw that somewhere, but I have no idea. That's speculation. Do not take that as anything other than with a grain of salt.
The whole summer under that scenario, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. The Magic Kingdom should bring back a 360 film of America. I remember those days. American version should be a July special. Yeah, they should run it June and July every year, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going on with Soarin', and I think there's one more story that I wanted to cover before we send people over to the pro show. Yes, there is. There is one thing. By the way, I know we haven't covered this in the show today. I was working on a story earlier for that parkplace.com about the outages today, but it was a big thing. So for those people that are wondering, Dan's Life with the Kingdom knows this because he was out there. The outages caused problems with My Disney Experience app. It was a huge outage of the Amazon. Tom, what was it called? The Amazon Web Cloud System?
AWS.
The AWS.
AWS is Amazon Web Systems or Services. It's basically all the back end for servers. In real layman terms, it's a cloud, but it's not. It's basically a whole bunch of server farms around the world.
Right. And so a lot of businesses use it, and there were outages from, like, I think airports, right? Like airlines were having trouble booking.
Everything was affected across a whole bunch of different industries.
Yeah.
From crypto to apps that use
It was worldwide.
Yeah.
I tried to research this and it was so over my head. Like PC Mag had a thing on it and Disney
Don't listen
Parks
to them.
blogs. I don't. I couldn't believe how many people were chiming in on the ramifications of this thing.
It was huge. It was huge. Dan was sending me pictures throughout the day. I think he's still in the chat, right, Dan? You still there? Anyway, he was sending me pictures from Epcot that none of the lines were showing up with the wait times. That was all down. I think there were shows down at Disneyland. It affected a lot. I don't want to go into it. A huge deal on this show. We might be covering it tomorrow on that Park Place Morning Magic in the morning. But just to let you guys know, it's coming up. What I do want to cover is a story that I wrote and we put out today on thatparkplace.com. And this is definitely the story where if you're going to be going to Hollywood Studios anytime soon, definitely go in.
Lowered expectations.
How low can they go now?
Oh, they're going pretty low. Disney quietly removes the iconic Hollywood Studios arch way after 36 years. That's 36 years. Huge icon of the park.
It was younger than the Rivers. What do you think? What do you make you think it had a chance?
No. So this picture is a picture that I took of it a couple weeks ago, before it went down. Wow. And this was the most basic that it had ever looked. You'll see some of my other pictures in the article here. This is out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't bookmarked it yet. This is by yours truly, Ronnie Bradley. The historic archway leading into the former animation courtyard at Disney's Hollywood Studios was removed overnight between October 17th and 18th, 2025. The arch had stood as a nostalgic gateway for 36 years, debuting with the park on May 1st, 1989. Aerial photographer BioReconstruct posted photos of the demolition on X, writing simply, Gateway Arch in Disney's Hollywood Studios, demolished. And there it is, a picture of the construction wall that used to have the arch right behind it, and now it's gone. Later followed up with additional images showing the courtyard from above during the teardown process. And if you look at these pictures, you can kind of see where the arch was, and I think there's a closer up one later on in the story. Why was it there? Why an archway? Well, originally the archway probably displayed the name Disney MGM Studios, modeled after the kind of architectural gateway you see at classic Hollywood studio lots in California. Symbolized a transition from theme park into a real working studio environment. And that wasn't just branding. When the park opened, it truly functioned as a working production facility for live action TV projects and animation. I took this picture of it. This is actually after they had decided, well, they had separated from Disney MGM, but they hadn't changed it yet. So this was December, I think it was December 17th, 2006. 2006? No. So that's right. They changed over in 2008. So it was actually still MGM Studios in 2006. So yeah, December 2006, it was the Disney MGM Studios still. You can see the magic of Disney animation behind it. You can also see in this picture in 2006, how busy the park was. I mean, this was basically how busy the park always was in the first decade of the 2000s. The archway represented a gateway into the heart of Disney animation history. Passing through it felt like stepping into Hollywood in its golden age, where filmmaking came to life right before your eyes. Changed over the years. You can see there was an iteration with Disney's Hollywood Studios, and then of course Mickey popping out of the O in the studios.
That's such a cool sign.
Yeah, it was so cool, and now it's gone. This is interesting. I thought Disney's most confusing park theme. The removal of the arch is symbolic of an even bigger story. Disney's Hollywood Studios has always struggled with its theme. From the start, the park grappled with an identity crisis. Was it a working studio, a tribute to classic Hollywood, behind-the-scenes look at movie making, or a showcase for Disney's latest blockbuster franchises? Over time, original attractions like the Great Movie Ride, Backlot Tour, the Magic of Disney Animation were removed or replaced, while IP-focused lands like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story took center stage. It just, the park doesn't know what it is. The park evolved, but it clearly at the expense of a clear identity, and the Archway was one of the last remaining physical links to its cinematic roots. And let's just look at there it is in this picture from BioReconstruct right here. You can see the footing where the archway was taken out. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Hollywood Studios went from being a studio theme park to an IP park. Why didn't Disney just open a Florida version of California Adventure?
Can't we just call all Disney World now Construction World and be done with it?
I don't know what happened to that Park Place tab. It just kind of went over to that without me.
I think
also
I had enough.
It may have done just that. StreamYard's also giving me some really fun issues right now too. But we can take that off the stage. Just the three of us. That's all we need. They could have put Pixar, Star Wars, and 20th Century Studios IP there. I don't know why. They have plenty of room for a fifth park. Maybe it's because I don't know. Oh, look, Going Shogi says one of my bosses was the G of MGM. So that would be a Goldwyn. One of your bosses was a Goldwyn? Is that right? Going Shogi? Richard James, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Let's see here. Yeah. I still remember the Mickey-eared water tower. I have a picture. The Earful Tower. I have a picture of that covered with vines. It's interesting.
That was in all the advertising film.
What's that?
That Mickey-eared water tower was in the advertising films.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it didn't work as a working studio, but I think that it would have been a good idea to keep it as a studios type park. Let me see if I can find this. This is interesting. I forgot, like, a lot of times I forget that the trip that we took in 2006. Which day was it that we were there? I a lot of times confuse that 2006 trip with the day that I actually or the time that I moved here to Florida, which was 2008. But yeah, this is interesting. Okay, let me see if I can find these pictures. Oh, yeah, I got pictures from the Backlot tour. So let me see if I can put this on the screen. I'm going to share this just so you guys can see what how it's evolved. There's the Earful Tower. And this one, there you go. The Disney MGM Studios, when it actually had the water tower, the Earful Tower covered in vines. It was so cool back then. Yeah. They could receive it in the Wide World of Sports, but they already have, the Wide World of Sports there. ESPN has representation, but it's not a park. It's just the Wide World of Sports zone or whatever they call it. Let me see some of these other. So it was such an interesting. I loved doing the Backlot tour. What I'm trying to remember what these cages are from. Might be because they have the skulls on them, and they're all made up of what looks like bones.
Looks exactly like that.
This is from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Remember that was the thing that sprayed all the dip on everybody.
Oh yeah.
Different helicopters. So this is all from the backlot tour. This is the backside of the Lights Motors Action Show and Stadium, which was
awesome.
A good
show.
There's the cut in half from the show, Herbie the Love Bug, when it would get cut in half. There's the actual plane that Walt himself flew on back and forth. This plane he actually flew to Florida before he passed on when he was scouting the land.
Really?
And this is Catastrophe Canyon. Oh my gosh, was that ever good? Oh, I loved Catastrophe
I remember
Canyon.
that.
Why did we shut all this down?
Because they're lame.
All of this was replaced by Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land.
Oh,
there is I know, horrible. There's the Flight of the Navigator ship that then got apparently repurposed and painted red and sent over to the Magic Kingdom. I don't think it's there now. This is the sail barge, Jabba the Hutt's sail barge from Return of the Jedi. And more craft from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Snowspeeder.
I can't remember what this one was from, but it's a underwater craft.
Why can't I should remember that.
And there's another Herbie the Love Bug. What's this thing from? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, this is when, and that's from the Beauty and the Beast stage show, I do believe. Anyhow, it was Hollywood Studios. I don't think that even Disney realized how bad it was going to be when they replaced all of that stuff with Galaxy's Edge. It never should have gotten replaced. It was so much of a better park back then. And if they wanted to do an immersive land in Star Wars, honestly, I think what would have been really cool is to do a Star Wars park or an Into the Movies type park, which is kind of what Epic Universe is now, where you have 4 immersive lands that you actually go into, where you feel like you're in Isle of Berk or in the Ministry of Magic.
And there's a distinct separation when you come in and out of it, which
So Epic Universe is what Hollywood Studios hopes to become when it grows up, but it never will. And it's just kind of sad. It's just kind of sad. Fun period in WDW history. Yep.
How many times you been to Epic so far, Ron?
I've just been to once. It's can't pay. The thing is,
there 5 times now.
Wow. Well, if I had to pay for tickets for the family, and I would have to pay for the family to go, because I went once because I needed to cover it. I don't want to go again without the family, and that's $500 a pop every time we go. So
yeah,
until they come up with annual passes.
Yeah,
we'll definitely get passes. Toontown would have been perfect for Hollywood Studios. I think they had Toontown and Magic Kingdom for a little bit, but that changed. There's so many things that they could have done different, and they just did it. But let's see what we got here. We have I didn't even see this super chat. Richard James, greetings from the JFK airport, back from London with 2 more family members. Thank you for the support, Richard James. I'm so glad I caught this super chat in there. Let us celebrate. Let's see. What do we got here? It's towards the end of the show. Who wants to do the let's celebrate all of the support from Going Shogies 5 to Dan's Life of the Kingdoms member chat for 6 months, and Richard James coming in with the 5. Greetings from the JFK airport. We are going to celebrate you all Guys, get ready. Celebrate with us in the chat. It's going to be a little long. It's going to be fun. Yay, let's celebrate.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is so nice. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show, I think I would go so crazy.
Going Shogi coming in with 5 hot. Disney is teaching us entirely by accident to appreciate what we have while we have it. It's a lesson you don't learn until it's gone. That is so true. Go and Shogi. And I think we should appreciate everything we can, especially before it's gone. Clearly,
But you wanted more?
You wanted more, so we're giving you. Got a little culture bear in there since those films from the 1930s. Anyway, just keep it Wizard of Oz and Indiana Jones. People know those movies. I don't understand this. Honestly, James All Day, this is the one biggest thing that I do not understand about Hollywood studios is why they didn't keep the great movie ride and shut it down as it was, but then redo the entire inside with all the new stuff that they had from Fox after they acquired Fox. They spent $70 billion, and I thought for sure spending that much money, they're going to redo the great movie ride, get rid of the Wizard of Oz scene. That's from MGM. I get it. It's an iconic scene, but getting rid of that and putting something else in that was from Fox that would have been just as iconic would have been fine. I don't know what it would have been, but it could have been something. And Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway could have easily gone into Animation Courtyard. Just doesn't make sense. But then again, nothing modern Disney does make sense. You know what does make sense, though? Jeremy. Jeremy makes sense because he's got the strings and pucks going on. Tell us about your strings and pucks, Jeremy.
Well, the channel's really been doing great. I'm 52 subs away from 1,000. So if you can head over to Strings and Pucks, get me off at 948. I have a new song debuting tomorrow morning. I did 6th Avenue Heartache by the Wallflowers, electric guitar and vocals.
Good
so
song.
if you got time at 10 o'clock, please come live for the premiere. And I'll be singing and playing.
All right, Jeremy over at Strings and Pucks. When you get a chance, go and Shogi. Throw Jeremy's channel link into the chat.
You got another super on.
I see that. Well, I'll get to that in just a second. Give me a second. Because first we got to give you the floor, Tom. Tell people what you're up to.
Well, I'm swinging this wrench around still. Trying to get some stuff planned, but I got some wrenches thrown into my plans. But I'll be showing up at Ron's streams, Lorena's streams, and other people have me, Dadman Walking, and some other stuff. And if I can get on the right schedule, I'll film more rockets because I forgot the last couple of them. Oops.
Yeah, wasn't there one? Was there one yesterday?
Yeah, and I remembered when I heard it shake my house.
Oh, there you go.
That'll do
So
it.
I've got a situation right now where I can no longer, for the moment, watch rocket launches easily because they are working on the balcony of the backside of my building.
Mm.
And they actually have the entire balcony blocked off. So they've got like ironically, it makes where I live feel like I live at Disney World because there's literally a construction wall in my building. I should throw a sign up on it that says that has a Disney quote.
Put
That would be
Disney
really funny.
Junior.
Yeah, so it's just funny, but anyway, that's the side of the building where I always go watch the rocket launches from. And unfortunately, if I go to the front side, most of where the rocket is going up is blocked, just because of the way that our building faces. So even going to the other end of the building, it's just not enough to catch it really well. So unfortunately, that will be my situation for I do not know how long. But guys, go and subscribe to our friend Tom. Go and subscribe to our friend Jeremy. And stay tuned right here because this is going to go over to the Pro Show, which starts at 10 p.m. And we do have, I believe, a couple of more super chats that are coming in, which was, hold on a second.
You got two.
Andy W. Got Andy W. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the 5, Andy W.
And another
And
show.
go and show. Got to reach the goal. What is he? Wait.
So you can get some
And-
sleep.
Got to reach the goal. That's the only one way to go. Yeah, thank you, Noah Shogi, for helping me reach the goal. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I got to figure out some really, really fun things to do for the goal. So I will say this, guys. Getting used to my writing schedule has kind of thrown me off a bit because not at the same time I started. Actually, just a couple weeks before I started with That Park Place, kind of full time as a writer. Also started getting workouts in every single day, 6 days a week, with resting on the 7th day and dieting and all that stuff. As of today, I think I'm down somewhere around 15 pounds and trying to continue on that journey. I got to get back in shape just because my body needs it. And I got to keep up with a 12-year-old boy who's
I'm in shape.
a lot of things. You're a real Tom. Yeah,
In
Tom's
shape.
in good
Round
Tom,
is a shape.
You're not round. You're not even close to round. Yeah. So thank you. Hit that like button, guys. Classic Disney films too. They could have had, oh my gosh, they could have so much, James, all day. I could go on and on about the great movie ride, but I want to thank everybody for being here for those last 2 that came in. I think it was Andy W. Gosh, I tell you what, Andy, we're going to give you a celebration. We're not going to go to the Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios. This is what's going to happen.
So I think what happened is I went to Epcot. You can go around the whole world, and I had a couple in the Germany section, and I thought I went to China. Anyway, I'm a knucklehead.
So we've got that one, and
But you wanted more?
let's do one more. We'll keep it. Going Shogi, can you please?
I did it.
Oh, the link. Did you get it to him?
Yep, I tagged Richard in it so you can see it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yes, I got to work on more. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. I'm really behind in working on the things that I want to work for to make the dish a better show. We're only doing it twice a week right now, which gives me some more time to work on some of those assets and stuff. But I am working on it, I promise you. Have a tremendous night, everyone. Thank you, Going Shogi. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Tom. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I got about 7 minutes before the pro show starts, and I got to get over there. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much to my guest, Tom and Jeremy. Thank you so much to everybody that contributed. Andy W., Richard, Going Shogi, Dan, Dan's Life with Kingdom, everybody that was in the audience. Newhouse Bruce, I see you there. William Schweikert, I see you there. Everybody that came in tonight. My beautiful wife, of course, my beautiful Virginia. Thank you so much, because I couldn't do any of this without her. You have no idea how important she is and how much she does for our family. And she is, I'd be completely lost without my beautiful wife, Virginia. So thank you so much, baby. I love you. And to everybody out there, have a great night. Go over to the pro show. And until then, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.
This is done, man. Cleans them down to the shot.